Hey everyone, Ariel Adams here with aBlogtoWatch. Please subscribe to our videos on YouTube and like this video if you find it useful. This is a review of the aptly named Bulova Moon Watch, and this has an interesting story. It is based on a Bulova watch from the 1970s that Bulova designed for the Apollo missions. Now, a lot of people sort of associate Omega as being the moon watch, and that is correct. That is the watch that they make a Speedmaster that NASA eventually chose, but that wasn't the only watch that they were sort of testing and using, and Bulova was one of the other ones that they were testing and using. Bulova was actually a competitor to Omega at the time to be part of the NASA missions, and because Bulova was an American company and Omega was a Swiss company, there was actually a lot of controversy. Anyways, that's an entirely different story. In 1971, during one of the Apollo missions, astronaut Dave Scott wore a Bulova watch to the moon, and he brought it back with him. And then about a year or more ago, that watch was auctioned for about 1.6 million bucks. So that was a lot of money. So what Bulova did is create sort of a modern version of that watch. A little bit bigger, of course, and using more modern technology, but that's essentially what the Bulova Moon Watch is. So it is based upon a watch that actually did go to the moon. I don't think it was a production watch at the time, at least I haven't heard about that, but it's an interesting story, and I think easy to find out about online. So the Bulova Moon Watch of today is in steel and 44 millimeters wide. I like the satinized case finishing that makes it feel very tool-like. The design is interesting, actually. If you really look at it carefully, you'll see a lot of interesting nuances. Not only the sort of the case shape, but like I said here, this very tall segment here, the bezel, and the way the crystal is placed. These pushers are pretty interesting, actually. They have a nice feel to it. You can see the chronograph in operation there. This has Bulova's high precision quartz. It's 262 kilohertz, which makes it very, very accurate, much more accurate than your sort of standard quartz. And we've talked about these a lot. This family of movements has also been called UHF, which they say stands for ultra high frequency, and also precisionist in the past, and some other models as well. So that's sort of the lineage of this movement family. So it's very accurate within, I don't know, about 10 seconds or so a year. And that's amazing that they've been able to do that and sort of maintain pretty low prices and also have a 2-year battery life. Like I said, the movement has the time and a 12-hour chronograph and the date. And on the wrist, for 44 millimeters, it definitely wears a little bit on the large side, especially because of the length of the case. It has this leather strap, which has kind of a carbon fiber look to it, which is actually really neat. This watch also comes on a metal bracelet that I happen to like quite a bit. So if you can get this on the metal bracelet, I recommend it. It definitely has a little bit of a Speedmaster look, but then again, that was sort of what was, going on with the era, and that's what they were going for. It's supposed to be high contrast, easy to read, no nonsense. So it's not like this is sort of a poor man's Omega Speedmaster, but it's just sort of something different along a similar vein that I happen to like a lot. And I do think that Bulova did a great job with the design. It's a sort of a traditional sports watch with great modern technology, in a time today where the Bulova brand is doing sort of a lot of avant-garde stuff, right? So within the sort of group of products that Bulova offers, not all of them, but many of them, this kind of more subdued, sober, interesting look is a little bit more unique. And I think that's one of the things that makes it so special, right? That you put it amongst a lot of different Bulova watches, especially the ones in this price range of a few $100s, and you say, oh wow, this one, this one sticks out a little bit. Bulova's always kind of done a nice job at making their watch look a little bit different, and this one also looks different, but then again has a lot more of what classic sports watch lovers, really admire. Of course, at a good price with a cool movement. So what's another kind of cool feature it has is there's all this branding related to the Apollo missions. You can see here, it says Apollo 16. It has the dates. There's a little bit more information about the mission, and then it also comes with this other strap, which is actually kind of big for me, so that's not what I have. I have little wrists, but over here it has here the date of mission. I guess that's August 2nd, 1971, and then if you really need to know the exact frequency of the movement, it's actually a pretty cool strap. I like the sort of matching hardware, nice thick pieces there. But you know, when the watch itself is already pretty long, and so when you wear it with a NATO strap or the NATO style strap with Velcro, it really gets big here. So for my wrist, it's a little bit too big, but it's a cool addition to the sort of the set. Like I said, on the bracelet or on this sort of carbon weave style leather strap, there's a handsome look to it. If you're looking for something that definitely has a little bit of a timelessness to it, that has a good story, that's very legible, and that comes at a good price, the Bulova Moon Watch is an excellent choice. I mean, I was really enamored with this ever since it was debuted, and I got to see it hands-on for the first time at Basel World 2016. And so having one right now on my wrist and being able to review it is really a pleasure, because I think it's cool, and I think there's going to be a lot of people out there that are going to like this watch, especially since it's so timeless and has a conservative sports watch feel to it. So again, the Bulova Moon Watch is $550 on this strap, and that goes up to $675 on the bracelet, but the bracelet is a very cool addition, and you can see the full review of the Bulova Moon Watch on aBlogtoWatch.